Hey there, Cancer. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to the week starting May 3rd, 2021. And you've got two links in the down bar below you probably want to check. One's the weekly all-in-one astrology video. This one's on Pluto Retrograde, which is going to be with us through the beginning of October, so you probably want to go check that out. And the other is a link to the new general weekly collective vibe check. And so if you want to check that out, again, it's an additional horoscope for, understanding just what's kind of going on with everybody at this time. All right, so let's moving on. Let's remind you that if you are watching your rising sign horoscope, remember your rising sign horoscope is giving you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope is showing up. And your moon sign horoscope is going to give you the B story or the subplot of the week, the less prominent story that's still going on. Well, for your spiritual themes this week, you do have the Star card upright, and a lot of you Cancerian people are actually finding that it's almost like a lot of destinations are finally getting marked on a map where you didn't know where you could find things. It's like a lot of goals or a lot of aspirations, dreams that you've had, if you've been looking for X's, that mark the spot on the map. This is a week where a lot of clarity as far as how and where, how to get to and where you're going to actually have the best success with a lot of your personal and professional aspirations, where all of those things are actually going to come from. Because the star is all about leading the way, right? We think about the North Star leading the way. And it does feel like for those of you that have been feeling either a bit lost, a bit confused, maybe you've got plenty of ideas, but the intentions are not crystal clear yet, or you have no idea how to get something implemented or where something's supposed to go, where it's supposed to get started. The star is actually setting up the architecture of a lot of your own goals, a lot of your own opportunities, lights at the end of the tunnel, X's on the map marking the spot. This is a week where everything starts to organize in a better way for you. As we get on to your material shifts when it comes to your work and your job and your finances, you do have the Ten of Pentacles upright, and it does look like there is actually a huge win that kind of sets a whole new long-term trend for you Cancerian people. And this could actually indicate some kind of breakthrough with either a financial effort or a financial goal that you've been aiming towards, maybe something you've been trying to do for your job, life at the office, or maybe even something you're trying to do for your home and family. But whatever is coming through here, it is not just the wrapping up of an old, long struggle, but this is something that is actually going to last you all for a good long while. The Ten of Pentacles, I'm wondering if this is actually something where a lot of you are finding that a fair amount of money is coming in this week, or an avenue of money that is promising and will deliver to actually bring a great deal of money into your life is starting to actually pay off or starting to actually pay out. And what's happening is that this is actually securing a huge transition in your quality of life. This could, of course, come in the form of a new job or a promotion, but whatever it is, whatever we're locking down, it kind of becomes the new normal. As we get on to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Ace of Cups upright, and interestingly enough, I am actually seeing that there seems to be a blending of your love life and your social life this week that actually goes to work for you in a beautiful way. Now, this can sometimes indicate a double love week for you Cancerian people. So you might be getting two love readings, I guess, right now. Or if you actually follow my directions and watch your rising and moon sign, you get a lot more clarity there. But the Ace of Cups is indicating that this blend of the platonic and romantic life, I feel as though a lot of you are finding that friends may actually be linking you up with either a new romantic partner, new romantic opportunity, or actually going out of their way to welcome, blend, and support their energies in a way that they become more supportive to your partner. And we're actually seeing your whole community go through a bit of a reorganization in a way where everyone is not only at peace and supporting with each other, but you may even find that your partner is now BFFs with a relative or with one of your really good friends. You may find that a BFF is hooking you up with somebody if you're single or available, or maybe even that as somebody in your friendship circle, if you're single and available, actually comes forward and, self-discloses some interest in you, or that it's time that, something like that could be explored if you're down. As we get on to your challenge this week, you do have the Eight of Wands upright, and it does look like a lot of you Cancer people, your biggest challenge is keeping up the pace. This is happening, a lot of these things are happening in a way where it's like your whole world gets turned upside down, and yet it's getting cleaned up by being turned upside down. But in the, as the transition occurs, it's happening very, very quickly, and we want to make sure that we can keep our heads and our hearts in a place of peace. We do not want to get so stressed out by positive stress, there is such a thing, or positive change, that we accidentally work against our own good, or we take a break at the wrong time, or we let it, we panic, or we get overwhelmed. This is a week where we want to stay in consistent engagement and allow things to set that pace in a way where we are able to reap as many rewards for ourselves as much as possible, and not let ourselves either go way too fast, way too far, or again, hold up the works ourselves, or maybe even throw things off course. So it's important to, set a proper pace and, stick with it. As we get on to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the King of Wands upright. And once again, there is this big theme of, people with the hookup hooking you up this week. And I'm feeling like a lot of you Cancerian people, yes, may most likely be finding love through a common interest, a friendship circle. King of Wands is indicating either somebody you know is hooking you up, or somebody is stepping forward and, again, bringing that information to the table. As we get on to those of you who are currently coupled, your partner themselves is also going through a very good week, becoming a bit of a social butterfly. And yes, I still feel a lot of them bonding and finding themselves at home with more of your friends that you didn't know they would get along so well with. And like I said, we're all of our, our inner circle is just getting all the tighter, which is great. And this does open up the opportunity for a lot of new adventures. Your partner is going to be a lot more vivacious, a lot more energetic, a lot more flirtatious, maybe even revealing a much more spicy, just leave it at that, not to get too smutty, spicy side of themselves that you didn't know was there, but, it's going to actually be a lot of fun. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.